Home Reflections. It's our own QVC brand, a really sweet little accent for your wall. It's H230674, and it's our Home Reflections wall hanging with faux greenery. I have it leaning right behind me, and we're also going to take a look shortly at our Home Reflections tree. So your choices are either going to be the Be Merry, which you're looking at right there, and the second choice is Holiday Cheer. Same style, different font and wording, but very similar otherwise. There we go. There's a peek at that one. And you'll also notice some of the accent details, the ribbon versus the little acorns are going to differ there. The QVC price, $51.50. Three easy pays is $17.17. So if you're new to those easy pay payments, that means that first $17.17 will get this home to you to get you started with your decorating. So let's take a look at mine. I have it right behind me here to give us a better idea of how this is going to look scale wise. So this is the Be Merry. So it has that ultra trendy right now, that shiplap look. And this one is going to say Be Merry. And it's done in that vintage white. So almost like barnwood. So it's going to have the hand painting on the front, that Be Merry. So the B is done in more like a typewriter font. And then in the cursive below, the Merry. And then all of that has the highlight of a little miniature wreath with the red berries and the red gingham bow at the bottom. So just really, really sweet. It definitely is, again, going to have more of that cottage or that vintage appeal. Little hanger, if you want to hang this by the twine, you can certainly do that. It also, and I didn't hang this so that I could show you, it also features those little claw hook hangers on the back, two of those if you choose to hang it that way and you want it more flush against the wall. You can also lean this. This is one that looks fantastic, just leaning mixed in with all your other holiday decor. And then you can kind of theme it. You know, maybe if you're choosing the other choice and you like the idea of the acorns, you could lean it. You could do, a big bowl of acorns and some of those different holiday accents, or the Be Merry done with this sweet little gingham bow. You could play off of that red and just sort of highlight the red color with other ornaments around it. I want to give you some measurements on this one to give you an idea when you get it home, what you can expect. So just about 16 inches by about almost an inch and a half in depth by just about 16 inches. So it's going to be nice and sizable, not getting lost on the wall should you choose to hang it. And we can see it leaning there. So this is one that's not going to be so heavy either, that if you lean it, it's going to feel kind of clumsy. It's lightweight enough. I would say this is probably under 2 pounds. So it's also not going to be really weighty if you want to hang it. And what's unique about this one is it's sort of that two-in-one. You have the vintage barn look, but then it's also a highlighted look, having that we put the wreath right on the front of it. So it's almost like that two-in-one look. I'll turn it to the side to give you an idea of the depth. So again, about an inch and a half. So if you're hanging this somewhere where you want to tuck it in or even lean it, like say a shelving unit, and again, just under 16 inches, it's not going to be too deep in that way. So signs. We have presented a lot of different signs in the Home Reflections brand because they've been so incredibly popular. It's a way to decorate in maybe not that traditional way, maybe adding just sentiments and words and signs instead of another wreath or another typical ornament. This is a way to replace maybe the hanging artwork or the family pictures just for the holiday season and replacing them, but not having to do a lot of muss and fuss. You're just taking down what you already have and placing this for the season. I typically have a mirror behind me. So instead of taking that mirror down, it's a Home Reflections mirror, I'll just pop a wreath on it and kind of work with what I have. So that's an easy way to work with signs, incorporate them into your space. This works in so many different settings. Entryway. So those entryways into our homes, a landing at the base of the steps. This can be really sweet there. But because it's done in this white and it's very sort of simplistic in the words, this could go in a kitchen. This could go if you're doing the guest bedroom for the family coming for the holidays. This could be super sweet, hung in place again of maybe some artwork that you have going in a guest bedroom, a few flameless candles. We have a ton of really great Home Reflections quilts with holiday themes. You could do the quilt on the bed, and then you really have that pulled together sweet look for every room in your house. A really, really great look. There is another option. This is that Be Merry choice, and you'll notice again that's that gingham bow on the bottom and that sweet wreath. And on the back again, we can either hang it or we do have those hooks. And let me give you a few measurements again, if you're just tuning in. This is holiday cheer. So that's that cursive. I always have to laugh when I see the cursive because my youngest son, they stopped teaching cursive in school. So pretty soon cursive is going to really be vintage. And then cheer is the font below that. And this again is going to feature that greenery. So you have that kind of natural element with the berries, but this one in place of the bow will have that pine cone. The QVC price is $51.50 on 3 easy pays of $17.17. So again, if you're shopping with QVC or this is new to you, Easy Pay is a fantastic opportunity if you have your eye on something to get it home right away on that first easy payment and then start thinking about where it's going to make sense and where you want to place it or where you want to move it around in your decor. Also, a sweet little gift. I've mentioned a few times, a lot of us, particularly if you have family who lives out of state or lives a distance from you, oftentimes we'll see them at Thanksgiving, but not have the opportunity to see them at Christmas. So gifts like this to bring along, present at Thanksgiving, so family can start enjoying it during the holidays is always really welcome. Let me pull that a little closer to you to give you a great idea there. So this is going to have that whitewashed look. So it's just a wash of the white, and that gives it a little bit more of that, that vintage antiqued detail and a little more casual. Whether we call it like cottage chic or cabin chic, it's going to have that look to it. Be merry will be your wording there. And then, of course, as I slide my hand over, this is going to be the greenery with the little berries and the gingham bow on the bottom there. And that's just in case you're wondering, is that navy or black? That's done in a black font. Same with the other option. So decor-wise, at almost 16 by 16, this could also be like if you're doing a wall for the holidays, maybe this is the anchor and it's the center, and then you build out from there. Maybe you have a big oversized wreath and then you sort of hang this down at an angle on the same wall. And then you can really fill up a wall space with all of those different holiday looks. But it is sizable enough that it's, sometimes we pick up pieces, particularly signs, and they're a little bit petite and it can be tough to figure out what to do with them on a wall. If we think about the length of a ruler, right, at 12, this is almost 16 inches, so it does take up some space. But the depth of it, not so deep that you'll struggle with hanging it anywhere or that it's going to project out too much. And what's nice about that is if you decide to place it going up a hallway or a landing, you know how oftentimes you'll get to a landing and the wall just feels a little bare, you're not certain what to do there. This can be great on a landing because it doesn't project out too much. You're not going to, have trouble running into this with a lot of artwork. It tends to bump out some. The other choice is that holiday cheer. Really, really lovely. This is going to have the really pretty pine cones in place of that gingham wreath. So I am going to stay right with you guys, and we're going to take a look at, I think it's the star of the show, right? So this is what we think about when we're gathering family together. It is definitely going to be the piece that makes the holiday special. We have to put a lot of thought into what we want to do and what kind of theme of a tree we want to go with. And we have 2 different options for you tonight. And we're going to take a look at that star of the show on Christmas morning right now.